You ever played crazy?
I think the case should be thrown out due to the fact that I'm insane.
That accordingly, but your client, I noticed, has been doing the same behavior, and I believe Judge Adams inquired into it as well. So,
do the pocket knife, do the pocket knife, do the pocket.
I mean, maybe to get out of trouble, or maybe a fight was gonna happen. You thought you couldn't win, so you tried to play crazy a little bit to get him up off you.
All right, get off of me. Get off of me. All right, I'm counting to 3, and now I'm going crazy. 1, 2, 3. 1,998.
Your right to have this hearing. Do you understand the charge of possession of a weapon during a violent crime?
Yeah.
On that charge,
My mommy say that I got that.
What if you were in trouble in jail?
And the evidence is going to prove to you that this whole entire case has been tampered with and fabricated.
We'll be coming around the mountain when we come. We'll be coming around the mountain when we come. We'll be coming around the mountain. We'll be good around the mountain. Heart.
I was thinking about this while I was driving down the road, and I thought to myself, I wonder if anybody ever played crazy and someone believed them.
consider whatever it is you want to tell me, but your client's nodded in affirmance. He just has some extra movements that the court is noticing.
Man, I got 5 crazy stories where someone was playing crazy and someone believed them. And guess what happened? Man, they tried to turn that shit back like they ain't even want to be crazy no more, because I'm gonna tell you something. You can turn a sane person crazy, but you cannot turn a crazy person sane. Let's get into those 5. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe. This is Murph Almighty, Blacklite TV. Let's get it.
We here to stay, yeah. Blacklite TV in your play, yeah. Shining truth on every way, yeah. Gonna break the dark today, yeah. We saying homie.
All right, the first one we got is a man named Vincent the Chin Gigante. I think I'm saying that right. If I mess up any of these names, who cares? We care about the crazy part. Mob Godfather gone actor, right? So he was born in 1928. The NYC native Vincent, he claimed the mafia pride. Okay, he was with the mafia ranks. He was the mob boss of the Genovese family, right? So in the late 70s and onward, he pulled off one of the most legendary crazy acts ever known in feral insanity history, right? So let me tell you what happened. So he rolling through Greenwich Village in his pajamas, in his slippers, talking to himself, talking to himself all crazy, right? And he's racking up over 28 psychiatric evaluation detentions, right? He claims that he has dementia and schizophrenia, right? So this goes on and on for a year or so, and then next thing you know, the boys come, because you can't be running a crime family and crazy and think the boys ain't coming or the crazy people ain't coming. So they finally come, they get him. He got indicted around in the early 90s for racketeering and involvement in murders, because they be whacking people. So prosecutors use surveillance informants, right? So they had people like Sammy the Bull and all those people locking in the details while he over there running the game. So they recorded the phone calls, and they proved that while he was walking around like he was crazy in the bathrobe, he was secretly still conducting mob business. So later on, the feds finally ran up to him, and the family, they came through and they were visiting him in prison or the crazy house, wherever he was at the time. So they caught the act after a decade-long stunt because he was still giving out mob information and still running the doggone mob from the prison. So he got 12 years plus a fine. Call it a loony tax, if you will. He got taxed for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't play fool. You was sitting there, in the crazy house, relaxing, eating Jello, and you was supposed to be in there with the real felon. So it basically got him out of there. He admitted in court that it was insane. It was an insane con. He was just doing it just to stay out of jail. This is the ultimate thespian hustle, y'all. I mean, most of the time, mob bosses and tough guys are too fearless to pretend. You know what I mean? I did it. You know, what's the matter with you guys? You know what I mean? But no, this one played crazy, got put in that crazy bin, but got caught. So I think he was enjoying it in there. Maybe he is a little crazy. Because he should have got an Oscar, but instead he got a blue jumpsuit. Oh well. The next one we got up is Kenneth Bianchi. I hope I'm saying that right, but he was the Hillside Strangler. This was a split screen disaster. That's what we're gonna call it. He was born in 1951, right? He teamed up with his cousin Angelo Buono, whatever it's called, to terrorize LA. He was R-wording and strangling women for like a year and some change. He had everybody flipping out all over the place. They had fake police badges, right? So they were wearing these fake police badges. They were luring victims to pull over, and then all hell broke loose, right? Let's just, long story short, it was bodies on the hills. That's why they called the Hillside Stranglers. So they made the headlines. Bianchi claimed dissociative identity disorder, and what ended up happening was he was blaming his alter ego named Steve Walker, right? So initially, some experts were entertaining this. They were like, maybe Steve Walker is real, So who's really crazy? You know what I'm saying? When you agreeing with a crazy man. But anyway, the test that slammed him was this dude named Dr. Martin Orn. He gave a hypnotist test, right? He made up yet another persona named Billy, right? So Billy, instantly the personality switched, right? So now he's acting like Billy all of a sudden. The behavior doesn't happen that way. But guess what? He may pretend it did, so he got caught.
Got him!
He backed down, pled guilty to avoid execution, testified against Buono, and has been serving his sentence ever since. He's eligible for parole actually this year, but he's still locked up as of right now. But let's hope he don't get out. Yeah, he went full Split. You remember that movie Split? He definitely tried it. He definitely was trying to do it, but he cracked under the cheap rewrites. He didn't know what crazy really was. They pulled the fast one on him and showed them he was full of that shit. So get him up out of here, man. Big time. Loser. The next person we got is Anthony Montwheeler. Deception that spanned decades. So Montwheeler arrested in the early 90s in Oregon for kidnapping and threatening suicide. He used 20 years to fake psychosis to avoid prison. So basically, he ran a con game on the state mental system, right? He convinced officials that he had hallucinations, that he was hearing voices, and he even made the docs think that he was crazy. Even though a few thought he was faking, they kept, they kind of went with it a little bit. So in 2016, fresh psych exams found 0 ongoing symptoms, right? He admitted on record, I basically made all that shit up. So after doing that, the doctors cleared him. He walked free. Then just weeks later, after allegedly murdering his ex-wife and caused a fatal incident, the hospital sent him right back. So now he back in the crazy house again after proving he wasn't crazy. That was a little twist to it, but 2 decades. This man spent 2 decades in the mental system only to walk right back in there, right in the fresh hell after being released. That's almost like a horror script or like 50 First Dates or something with the crazy house. The next one we got is Garrick Brock Trapnell. Con man, hijacker, man who hired insanity for defense. So, Trapnell, born in 1938 in Massachusetts, right, was every crook's nightmare. Con man, bank robber, hijacker, fake CIA agent, 6 simultaneous marriages included. This man was a straight up hustler. So in January 28th of 1972, he hijacked a TWA flight number 2 with a pistol hidden in a plaster cast, right? He demanded over $300K in a pardon from Nixon. That's actually pretty damn smart in a way, but not smart enough. You're still crazy. He tried to fix schizophrenia and multiplicity. He claimed an alter ego named Greg Ross committed the crime for him. Yeah.
Do I look stupid to you?
Right. Anyway, yeah, you and Craig Ross or Greg Ross, we'll just lock both y'all up because you an accomplice. You was with him. Anyway, the prosecutors produced recordings of him bragging that he was faking the mental illness the whole time just to dodge prison. Yeah, they caught his ass on tape, and this was before, cell phones and all that. They probably had the big ass tape recorder with the 2 windy things on it, and they was getting them up out of there. But the first trial ended in a hung jury. The second time, he got life in prison. So he became one of the first inmates in high security USP Merriam, and he died in 1993. This crook has swag because CIA agent, come on, man. You really flexing your muscle if you can fake being a CIA agent and you nutty as squirrel shit.
Build a pocket knife. Build a pocket knife. Build a pocket.
Last but not least, we got Raymond Riles, the dog barking defense. Bites back. So in 1950 in Texas, Riles had a rap sheet going back to childhood. Robbery, burglary, R-word attempts, even praying in strange tongues. So in 1974, he gunned down a used car dealer. He stole the cash, then led police on a wild shootout chase, just like Grand Theft Auto. That's the best way to put it. I know that's always the reference, but Live PD? I don't know. He claimed schizophrenia and psychosis in court. He barked like a dog, bayed at the moon, attempted to bite a psychiatrist, and acted wildly and violently on record. So, experts checked the fakery. They pointed out it was purposeful theatrics. It was fake aggression, non-genuine psychosis. He playing crazy, man. He playing the game. He was tried, convicted of capital murder, and sentenced to death. Okay. Then he languished for decades. Appeal court tossed a death sentence in 2021 because the jury wasn't told to consider his mental health under modern standards. The result was life imprisonment anyway. So he's still gonna be in the rest of his natural life. Don't play like a dog in court, y'all. It's very rare that y'all gonna do that in court, man, and get away with it. He threw a canine tantrum in court, and it didn't work. They didn't put him in the veterinary clinic or none of that. So all y'all who identify as dogs, don't go in there biting and peeing on the floor. It's not gonna work. He wailed for years on death row. He cried and cried until the system finally gave him life. But that ain't much better, is it? I guess he in the dog pound forever. What do y'all think about those 5 people who played crazy? Personally, I would never play crazy if I got caught committing a crime, because being in the mental house with those people, you don't know, them people will rip your damn lips off or something, man. You don't know, man. Them people crazy.
I rip your lips off and kiss my ass with them shits. I seen them do it.
And you not crazy. So the stuff, the smells, the things that they dealing with, that they ain't really got the right mind to deal with, you do. And you thinking that just because you don't want to get shanked or you don't want to get beat up in D Block, you about to go over here to the all white pillowcase factory and just be bouncing off the walls with your arms tied up. That ain't how it work, man. Them people run around and be licking your face and all type of stuff. And when you try to really talk about something and give some real information, they gonna say, oh, shut your crazy ass up. So be careful, y'all. Just stay out of trouble and make sure y'all don't goddamn be having to do nothing when you got to play crazy. Am I right? I mean, come on, man. People faking insanity to dodge prison. only to get caught and crash harder is crazy to it. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Do y'all know anybody who played crazy? Do you play crazy? Are you crazy? Let me know in the comments. Till next time, this is Murph Almighty with Blacklite TV. Till next time, peace.
To stay, yeah. Blacklite TV in your play, yeah. Shining truth on every way, yeah. Gonna break the dark today, yeah. We saying, homie, see the light in your life, baby. We saying, homie, see the light in your life, baby. Yeah, yeah. Showing truth you can't deny. In this world where shadows lie, Blacklite TV on the rise.